Welcome back YouTube, fellow berserkers. Today a real short video for you guys. I've had some people ask me to make a video on this and I'm going to make it quick about what I'm doing because there's not much to it. I'm going to be taking a piece of raw flint, a quartzite rock, stone, hammer stone, and I'm going to be striking flakes off of this piece of flint that are suitable to use on a Flint Steel striker. I've got quite a few demands for that in the last couple of days actually. A buddy of mine from Ireland, he was interested to see how I do that. So this video is going to be specifically on how to... I'm not by any way a master at flint knapping, which is what it's called. So the skill of using dull rocks or different shaped rocks and tools made out of brass to shape a piece of flint into some kind of tool, or possibly just get flakes off to use as a Flint Steel striker with your Flint Steel striker. To begin with this, I would also like to say I'm not an expert. I have some practice, but I'll share with you what I've learned over the last couple of months doing this quite often. I have quite a bit of this. At this point I would like to thank my local partners in trade here that have made this possible for me to attain these resources to show you. I'd like to first say thank you to Steine.de, which is a German website, which I was able to get all of this flint. I have quite a bit. I had to. They do ship throughout Europe, but I'm not sure about worldwide shipping. Just send them an email if you're interested. I did mention it to them that I'm going to be doing some flint work on my YouTube channel. This is not paid promotion. This is just me saying these guys are great, excellent service. I had to go look a long time till I found someone who could actually supply me with a large amount of what I was looking for. I have pieces of flint I had to get that were large like this. They were able to get me. So yeah, Steine.de. I'll be listing a link down at the description. And let's get with it now. Let's put on our safety glasses. That's real important because these pieces come off of this flint. They come off and they get in your face. They can blind you. They're very dangerous. So we're going to be putting on some glasses. Got me some leather right here. Just some random leather that I have left over. I was able to purchase a large quantity of leather cut restovers in bags. They were mystery bags. I had to buy like 100 of them for €1. So that was pretty cool. I was separating out leather pieces for about 2 weeks. Out of those, it was like 50 plus bags. I didn't count, they weren't 100, but out of those bags I probably ended up keeping like 2. So you can imagine how much work that was. And they're all like nice big pieces like this. I can make little bags out of them. Or wrap something like a handle, or for €1 a piece, you can't complain. It was just a lot of work. So I have a bunch of these left over. I'm gonna use, since I don't want to cut myself, there's several different ways that you can start. You have to observe the shape of your workpiece, your piece of flint, and then decide what kind of flakes that you would like to get off of it. Oops. This piece here came out of the box broken like this, but they're usually covered in this chalk all the way around, and you get them, they're shaped like eggs, or they're flat, or come in all kinds of different shapes. You have to observe the structure of the flint. It's got a surface tension, and the objective is to hit the fracture line so that it produces perfect flakes. And if you hit it in certain areas, you get big chunks, and it's an art all for its own. There's a really cool channel to check out on YouTube. It's Will, Lord of the Stone Age. I like his channel. He shows a lot of flint knapping, flint videos, and really cool guy, a really cool channel. Chat with him once in a while on email. And he does a lot of this. If this is interesting for you, this kind of work, you want to check out his channel. Right about, this is all kinds of weird shapes on it. What I'm going to try to hit is I'm going to try to hit right here, which is going to cause a flake to come off. And I want a somewhat $1 piece, like about this round piece that I could use for my Flint Steel that's got a nice sharp edge. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. The dogs are safe in there. Alright, there's a perfect piece right here. Perfect size. It's got a lot of sharp edges on it. It's nice to hold on to. Took quite a couple tries. Like I said, I'm not good at this at all. I need a lot of practice. I don't do this too often on camera, so usually it works when you're not filming it. I got my set over here. Put this down real quick. I'm gonna get this. This is my Viking fire kit. It's kind of extra large. I do a lot of making fires. I like to carry. I don't do a lot of camping on the go, so this is probably just for the Viking camp. That's why I had a little bit extra large. I like to have a little bit more of everything, so I don't run out as often. I've got a little pouch I made for some flint. I'm going to explain all the contents of my fire pouch here in a second and give a demonstration of how it works. My flint and steel are in here. That's my Viking fire steel. I forged myself. Alright. One second, I forgot something. There we go, we'll use this. This is perfect. It's a massive aluminum. It's an old pot. It'll serve its purpose. Okay. I have what we need to do is collect up some dry grass. That's real important. We need lots of that. Every time I go out, I get a handful and I bring it with me. We get some dry grass. This is pretty dry. This is about 4 months dried grass. I'm gonna make a small bird's nest looking bundle to put our embers in a second. Several different ways to do this. I'll show you one or two. Let's put that down in there for now. Okay. Looks like our light's about to lose its battery power. So I hope that doesn't happen. All this fuzzy stuff, I'll explain what that is in just a minute. All these seeds here. Try not to breathe them in. Here I have some charred cloth. See it? Charred cloth is an excellent ignition source. However, it was not around in this form or shape in the Viking Age. They did not have cotton. However, they did have linen. Linen has the same features. Once you char it, it tends to hold an ember so that you can start a fire. Now, I've never tried it with linen personally, but I have had people tell me it works great if you do it right. Let's give this a try. It's my fresh piece of flint that we just made. And important is to keep this charred cloth. Thing's itching all over. Let's see if we can get it. Here's the flint. Come closer. You have the flint. focus the camera for you guys. There. The sharp edge right here. And as it comes down, it's going to shave off pieces of metal. And they're going to ignite in the air and hopefully land on my charred cloth, which we will then transfer over into either the bird's nest that we just made, the dry grass, or some of this, all these fuzzy material. That's what they call, you still see me? Yeah. That's what they call reeds. Roakolben. It's the whole plant is edible. You can eat it in like a survival situation. But they used that in medieval days to start a Flint Steel striker fire. Also, they had a piece of amadou or mushroom that would catch the tinder, and then they would use that as a ignition material. Let's try to see if this will work. You see it? Just gotta land a good spark. It'll take quite a few tries. Show you real quick. You see it right there, the orange. It's getting hot. Let me put this in here. Okay, now we have a spark that caught. This charred cloth is kind of moist. It's been in my basement now for a couple of months. Yeah, it's really hot. And we're gonna put this embers. We're gonna put it in this bird's nest. Give it a minute. Okay. Now you do the same thing with the reeds, with the fluffy seeds flying around everywhere here. You do the same thing. You just have a big ball of that and you'd wave it around in the air. Give it some oxygen. Now I gotta watch out. Any second this is gonna burst into flames, so I gotta keep it out. I gotta pay attention. I can tell by the heat building up in my hand. I have to be very careful. See the smoke? Yeah, it's getting hot, but any second it's gonna burst into fire. Turn it, see if I can see where the embers is. YouTube, we have fire. See it? Burning? It's like a lighter almost. I got really lucky with it. And this is probably not burning like anticipated because it's been in my basement now for... That's a nice little warm fire we got going on there. Just making sure it doesn't catch on fire or anything else. Just wait till it goes out. A second here. Okay. Yeah, that's was kind of difficult. It's nice and warm because it was materials that I used to make that fire just now were in my basement. They were sitting in a damp basement. You want to keep those somewhere where... Get that out of my face, it stinks. Somewhere where it's not in a damp, cold environment the entire time. Keep it dry and maybe in a plastic bag. I think in a video I made some char cloth that showed you how to do that. It's pretty simple. You take a tin can, poke a tiny hole, you cut your linen or your cotton cloth. It has to be cotton. It can't be any synthetic fabric, so it'll burn up and it won't catch a spark. Make a mess and it'll stink real bad. You put them in there in your tin can and you put it in a fire source for about, depends, you have to really try it out, 20 minutes, half hour. Usually you just let a nice good fire just burn down, and by that time all of your cotton would be charred cloth. So that's that. We can make another one real quick here. I'm trying to use the... Let's see if we can try this again. Tiny piece. Smoke poison. Alright, I think we're gonna get any minute now. I think the embers didn't die out. What that does, it looks like that burns really slow, so it gives you time to get the fire going. Again, I would mix that in. I would definitely mix that in a handful with some dry grass to make it more efficient. Now I've got these fuzzy things floating all over my basement. That's it, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and if you like what you see, please subscribe and like the videos. I'm working real hard to get my 1,000 subscribers this year, and that's my new goal. I'd appreciate if you guys could help me out with that. That'd be great. Any suggestions or things that you might want to see about the Viking Age, please post them in the comments for me. That'd be great. I'll try to make them happen. Due to that, my possibilities here, the Viking camp is growing, and I'm starting to clean out my basement again. I'll be doing a lot of projects this winter time in the basement, building boxes and shields and all kinds of neat things. The blacksmith forge is growing, so we'll be seeing some new things come around here, one piece at a time. Just like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for tuning in, and leave suggestions and comments in the comment section. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Stay safe.